this deck doesn't care about Thragtusk because it hits for such big numbers that it doesn't care. But he's also, the interesting thing, he's added 4 Voice of Resurgence to the deck.
Okay, that's a heck of a card to add.
So we have... Yeah, and we actually, it looks like we have an elemental token on... Interestingly, we have an elemental token on Bryan Harrington's side of the board, it looks like.
Does that mean he has voices as well? Da-da-da-da-da. 3 in his sideboard.
All right. And that's certainly his new tech.
He's also got a couple of cards here in play as well, in Fiend Hunter, Restoration Angel, an Arbor Elf, and an Avacyn's Pilgrim to go along with what is now a 5/5 elemental token.
Yeah, pretty strong board here for Bryan. I don't know how the match has played out. It's not completely over here for Jose. His deck is certainly, you know, he's like 1 Sublime Archangel and 1 Silverblade Paladin away from lethaling his opponent.
Yeah.
Which is why I really like the green-white style decks.
I mean, this was a deck that we saw, you know, last year. We're going to see a Rancor here that's going to cost an additional 1. But this is a deck that we saw like last year around Grand Prix Charleston, Grand Prix San Antonio time, where a lot of people were playing these green-white human decks with Sublime Archangel, with Silverblade Paladin. These were decks that could attack for an absurd amount of damage in 1 turn.
Right. And then that's what I like about it, because it's one way to not be an aggro deck and not care about Thragtusk, is just, you know, to deal damage in such massive quantities that, you know, 5 isn't a real number. 5 isn't even a turn.
So Grizzly Salvage here is going to turn over a Restoration Angel, a Centaur Healer, an Avacyn's Pilgrim, a Woodland Cemetery, and a Mulch.
Yeah, and you have to think he's taking the Angel. Just taking the Flyer seems better than the other options.
So Grizzly Salvage is going to go over there, just clearing up the game state
here.
here.
It looks like Fiend Hunter hunted away a token of some kind.
Yeah, that's my belief as well.
So Restore Angel is great here.
Not so bad.
Yeah,
not so bad.
If it rebuys your Fiend Hunter, that seems pretty good.
You see him taking a look at his hand. You see a Mulch in Bryan's hand along with something else over there, and he is going to. It looks like he is going to take Restoration Angel. We think he's certainly deciding, and he's going to go with Centaur Healer. Okay.
Maybe if he's just worried about that nut draw, and 3 life is safer than having Angel. I mean, my guess would be that Fiend Hunter isn't on a token then. It's on some card that's just off screen.
And so now that Elemental is feeling brave, that's going to come across here for 5 again.
Yeah, Bryan's playing very conservatively here by not swinging the Restoration Angel.
Yeah. And so now what you actually end up seeing here is a bit of a misstep here by Bryan, because had he cast a Centaur Healer pre-combat, the Elemental would actually be attacking for 6. So we'll see if that point of damage that he missed does come back and bite him a little bit, as when you do have the Elemental token in play, you should play your creatures pre-combat to bolster that.
Right. A draw from Jose Cervantes looks to be a Celestia Charm. He still needs to set up his board so that when he draws, like, he doesn't have a hard hitter yet, which I guess when I'm saying that, I mean, he has 2 Sigardas, 4 Sublimes, 4 Silverblades, and those are his really hard-hitting cards.
Sure.
He needs to set up his board so that when he hits one of those hard hitters, he can just be off to the races the turn he draws it.
Yeah, because he just wants to get the game over with. Again, we've seen this multiple times this weekend, but the longer the game goes for Joint Reanimator, the happier you are. So when you do draw that large threat, be it a Sublime Archangel or a Sigarda, you want to be able to attack with it and not have it have to play defense.
Yeah, the Fiend Hunter did hit a Night Token, the Night Token off that Celestia Charm in the yard, so it might have just been a little misstep on Bryan's side when he didn't grab the Restoration Angel.
Sure. So Thai's going to come across for 4, and they're going to pass the turn back, which, I mean, this smells like a Restoration Angel.
Yeah, it's like, why are we racing? This is strange. Like, 4 for, racing 4 damage versus however much Bryan's hitting 4 back seems odd from Jose. But like I said, it does, by just trying to do damage in any way possible, it does do the same thing where it sets up for that, if he top decks that card, he gets it.
So now we have 5 mana that's being tapped here, and he's searching through his graveyard, which can only really
there's an
mean
Unburial
one thing.
Rites.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's getting yet.
So 6 mana.
He has one in hand.
Yep. So Unburial Rites is going to be cast. Now, what is this searching for?
It's 6. The extra 6 there is from Thalia.
Okay, so it's going to be Restoration Angel. He's going to blink Fiend Hunter, and he's going. Okay.
Okay. So he
gets a little more sense now.
He gets his card anyway.
So you see him moving so he's moving things around here so to make sure that he has the creatures that are summoning sick together, so there's no mess up of the board state here. And again, by playing the creature pre-combat,
That's a swing for 7. Yeah, it's going to get Celestia Charmed.
Yeah, he plays the creature pre-combat this time to make sure that the elemental token from Voice of Resurgent gets a little bit bigger. It gets Celestia Charmed. Jose ends up taking 6 points of damage from the Angel and from the Centaur healer, and we'll see what he can draw this turn. And he drew a Ground Seal. You're a little late.
Yeah.
He will draw a card, and there's Sublime Archangel, which, again...
was a turn too late.
You're a little late.
I mean, I think the Sublime Archangel is going to be, well... So the swing here is for 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to have to trade with a Restoration Angel, which is...
We'll see if Bryan makes the right attacks here, because I agree with you that it does have to trade, but if he doesn't swing with everyone, then he doesn't have to trade. He can take the damage, and then it opens up... Yeah, it opens up windows of opportunity for Jose to be able to one-shot him. So let's see if Bryan actually sees this.
Right. No, he doesn't. If he swings the Fiend Hunter here, he can force the trade with Sublime Archangel.
That's correct.
But because he has not swung the Fiend Hunter, he does give Jose an opportunity to, say, draw Silverblade Rancor.
So now we're going to see an Avacyn's Pilgrim pass the turn back.
Can he do it? Can he do it?
What does he draw? What does he draw?
Silverblade Paladin.
I think that was Silverblade Paladin.
Is that Silverblade Rancor? Did we just call this? 6. That would be...
So here's a Rancor. I actually think that was Silverblade Paladin.
Did he do it? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no. And Bryan...
Double Exalted, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, hold on.
We have seen
4,
8,
5, 6.
That's 16 damage in the air, Jose. Wow. With the out, he needs Jose Cervantes.
Oh my
goodness.
God. Jose Cervantes with the top deck to keep his tournament going. Wins game 3, moves on to 6-0 over Bryan Harrington playing Junk Reanimator.
That is excellent. Because we knew he had the Rancor off when the Thalia hit the graveyard.
Yeah.
So it's just, can he draw Silverblade that turn? Whew.
That's unreal.
That's gotta be one of those situations. I know whenever I get at the end of the game, look at a life pad and see my opponent's total at 1. I look at the game and I'm like, oh, I probably screwed up somewhere, didn't I? And and right here, I think Bryan didn't see a way he could lose the game.
Yeah.